Well, good morning. Yeah, it says that the audio is not working again. It didn't do that yesterday. Some days it does it, and some days it doesn't, and I haven't changed the settings. It's weird. Anyway, most of the time when it has that, it's a false warning. I've said that before, I know, and I apologize, but it gets me every time that thing pops up on the screen uh, the image on the screen of me talking. Anyway, the title for today's talk is Who Can We Trust Anymore? There is no doubt in my mind that major changes, positive changes, are in the works. There is also no doubt that there are those who continue to do everything in their power to stop those changes and maintain the status quo. Some of those who have technology that would challenge the way it has been for so long have been threatened, according to what I have been told. This does not surprise me. Many are aware of beings with malicious intent. My best suggestion is to keep an open mind and maintain your connection with the Creator no matter what things appear to be. Who can we trust? The better question might be, who is truly benevolent? And I honestly believe that there are an awful lot of benevolent people in the world, people that really do want to do the right thing. I also believe there are a lot of people who, while possibly being benevolent, are scared of change. They're frightened that if the apple cart gets upset and the way things have always been is no longer the way they seem to be moving, they get really, really frightened and perhaps do some things that are not apropos from a spiritual perspective, let's put it that way. And I try to look at things from the spiritual perspective. I try to look at things as if God has a plan. I mean, really has a plan to manifest the kingdom of heaven on earth. I've talked about that so many times, and I will talk about it again in other videos in the future, because it's central to the reason I do what I do, the reason I am motivated to continue to press forward, despite sometimes things seemingly going backwards. Like one of my friends yesterday informed me that he was told to take down a video that had already been made, and it was taken offline, even though hundreds at least people saw it prior to it being taken down. In any case, we need to understand the dynamics that are taking place on planet Earth. There is a cabal. There is a network of beings, human and perhaps not human, that have had a vested interest in maintaining a prison planet, maintaining control over humanity, maintaining control over consciousness so that people would believe lies rather than the truth. The truth has been distorted by religions. The truth has been distorted in our news media. The truth is always distorted in politics. If a politician is moving his lips, the odds are pretty high that the politician is lying. Politicians are not noted for telling the truth. It's a very rare exception when it does happen that a politician actually levels with us and tells us the real story. And I don't know if any of us tell the truth 100%, myself included. Why? It's not because I want to tell lies. It's because I want to believe the best, and when somebody tells me something that's basically good, I want to believe that. And sometimes even when somebody gives me bad news and I don't want to believe it, it seems and feels credible to me in that moment, and so I might be inclined to share it. That later on might prove to be not the reality. Some people ask me, for example, I forgot the guy's name right now, but the famous guy that does all the that has been doing videos also for a long time, David Wilcox. David Wilcox. I think he's a genuine person. I really do. Do I think he's always told the truth? I think he's always believed he was telling the truth when he was telling it. Some things that he told as truth may have turned out not to be true later on because it was deception. There's a lot of deception going on in the world, which is why I asked the question, who can we trust? And even God. Uh, there are, I suspect, demons posing as the creator. Lucifer, for example, uh, may pose as the creator. Is Lucifer the creator? No, he might be a wannabe creator. And certainly he has created and been influencing a whole bunch of negative crap throughout human history on planet Earth, and who knows where else. I don't know where else. But for right here, right now, on this planet, and I say we're right here, right now, I mean in this long chain of years that has been going on for generation after generation, even millennia. Um, it seems like the dark forces have been more in control than the light forces, and that's especially true toward the latter half of the 20th century, which is my lifetime, and now at the beginning of the 21st century, which is still my lifetime. So I often wonder myself, who can I trust? I trusted Mr. Sino, Mr. Sugi, in the plan that he brought. I do believe that he had a good intent. I believe that. I don't believe that man is a dishonest man. I do believe that he may have been used or may not have been used by the cabal. I'm not sure of a lot of things anymore. I'm not sure. I am a very good friend with the ambassador, as many of you know. Some of you don't trust the ambassador. I find him very down to earth in his language and his communication with me. I feel that he cares about me. He has demonstrated that, especially when I went into the hospital and stuff like that, and he was contacting my family and reaching out, trying to find whatever he could learn, and also sending prayers. And you know, I appreciate that kind of support, and I continue to need that kind of support. I'd like to trust people that have a good heart, that have good intentions, even if sometimes they might, like me, might get it wrong because we've been given bad information or we believe something that we want to be true, and yet it isn't completely true yet. In any case, I do think that there are major changes happening in the world. I do believe that um, the kingdom of heaven is being manifested. I'm still trusting that it will occur in my life, even if my life needs several more decades to accomplish that. That's what I look for. That's what I want. I want the best for humanity, for life, not for the cabal. I don't wish them well. I would only wish them conversion. I would only wish them an awakening, that they would get off the thing of trying to control everybody else and learn to allow and learn to love. I wish we could all learn to love one another, which begins with, of course, loving ourselves as God, the actual creator, loves us. Anyway, I hope that, oh my goodness, it's over 10 minutes already, and I wasn't even watching the clock tick. But I ask you to pray that those that have good intention might be able to accomplish their mission, and those that do not have good intention might be either exposed or taken out of the picture so that they can no longer control the destiny of man, and that the destiny of man will be controlled by people of benevolent intent. That's all I'm going to say for now, and I thank you for listening. And again, namaste.